Yo, welcome to the Do It 24 Crew Monday call. It's October 12th. Yo, it's Jerry Cooper, Global Expansion Team member. Been in the business for 7 years now. Man, it's been crazy. It's been an amazing ride. Yo, definitely. I remember when I first started, it's like being a Global Expansion Team member now, I had to change the person who I was when I first signed up as a distributor, right? Who's been in less than 2 years? Who's been in less than 2 years? Raise your hand, right? Yo, I'm telling you, right? If you take the business serious right now, over the next 2 years, you're going to transform into the person that you got to be to deserve the pin that you feel like that you want. Because it's like the person you are right now, you got to go through changes. You got to go through levels if you want to go ahead and make the income, make the impact, be that person, be recognized, have your name etched in history, right? Like, if you want to be that person, you got to change. You got to think different. You got to move different. You got to show up different, right? And that's ultimately the process, and that's the process of you becoming a better person overall. And when you become more valuable as a person, you start to receive more valuable things, right? And a perfect example of that, right, is if you know me, you know that I've done that. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is the person who brought me into the business is like the most craziest transformation that I personally know, right? Because, dude, let me tell you guys, when I was in college, 20, 21, he was probably like 22, 23, and it was like he was older than me, but we come from the same background, but he was like living in people's apartments, had his own apartment, like not like it wasn't his, like he wasn't at his home. You know what I'm saying? It was like I was living with my parents still. He was moving from place to place all the time. And I remember we got our first jobs together doing security, right? This is hella crazy. First jobs together, still playing basketball, still in college, still going to school, still going to practice, still doing all the college stuff, right? First jobs together. And I remember after we was working it for a hot second, he was like, yo, you know what, bro? I'm about to go down to LA for a hot second, and I'll probably be back in like a week. I'm like, okay, bet for sure, right? And so I ended up not seeing this guy for like 3 years, 3 years, right? Because he actually went down to LA and stayed down there. Like, who does that? I'll be back in a week. Actually, I'm not coming back for 2 years. Crazy, right? So anyway, during the process of this, I remember seeing this guy. This is when Instagram first started coming out. He's working out, going to like these places, working out with dudes that's kind of buff, drinking these shakes. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, I'm doing Herbalife. I don't know what Herbalife is, but look, yo, it looks dope because at the time I was still playing basketball. I wasn't worried about like doing nothing else. But for him, he was like, you know, I'm done playing basketball. I'm out of college. I graduated. I got my degree. I'm doing this Herbalife thing, and it's lit. So I'm like, it took me like a year and a half for me to catch on to what he was doing because I was so focused on what I was doing, right? But that's the thing about when you have tenacity, when you believe in something, the people that's close to you will eventually see, right? And so that's what happened with me. Ultimately, I got signed up. You guys have heard my story. If you don't know my story, you'll hear it sometime in the future or whatever, right? I went from distributor to global expansion team member from the process of me watching him and him teaching me the basics, right? So without further ado, I want to show you guys, I want to introduce my sponsor, our ultimate upline in the Do It 24 crew gang, our crew or no crew, 2,500 global expansion team member, straight out of Del Paso Heights, Patrick Livingston. Let's go, turn up my G.
Not DPH.
Hey, straight out of it, straight out of it. Hey, my boy Coop, hey, he got to go down like legendary, right? With the intros, he go down legendary. Yo, so I'm gonna do a little screen share for y'all real quick. You know, I hopped in my bag, did a little PowerPoint. You know, we got to set the standard. How y'all doing though? Like, a few people come off mute. Like, how y'all feeling? What's y'all vibes?
Feeling
I'm
good.
up.
Hungry.
I'm gonna be on this call smacking. But yo,
Come on, let's just get lit, y'all. Come on.
All right, there we go. All right, bet. Hey, before we get started, man, text somebody in your downline real quick and say, hey, hop on this call. You need to hear this information. Like, hop on this call. And then we gonna get it going. We're gonna get it going. I'm actually doing a screen share right now just so we can really get into it. Let's see. Boom. All right, bet. All right, y'all. So obviously, like Coop was saying, 2.5 global expansion team member. For you guys who don't know what that means, it means the business is doing at least $50,000 a month in business each month, every single month. So yeah, I'm gonna dive into a bunch of things today. Just kind of my story, as well as kind of going over like gems you can take away from this. So as we move forward with the calls, we want to add in more training so you guys fully understand like more about the business, so it becomes easier for you and we can all make money. But in the process, it's gonna be some gems you guys can take away as I'm sharing my story. That sound cool with y'all? Thumbs up. Y'all with that? All right, cool. So, like you were saying, so I started out. When I started out, we played ball in college. I told him, cool, I'm going to LA for 2 weeks. I'll be back. Nothing major. I got some people out there. My brother just moved out there. I'm going to go have some fun. I'll be back. I'm telling you, I had so much fun. I stayed. I had $250 to my name, $250. I just stayed. And it wasn't the smartest decision, but I figured I'd make it work. So I'm maybe there for maybe I'm in Los Angeles for maybe about 2 weeks. I see Jen Young posting Herbalife all over Facebook. And I used to be super rude. And I'm like, hey, you gonna stop posting about this Herbalife shit or, I'm gonna unfriend you. Just rude, right? Don't make no sense. Just rude. I'm gonna unfriend you if you don't stop posting about this. Raise your hand if you ever had anybody in your life or anybody in your family that's just like, hey, like, can you chill out? You're doing a lot, right? Don't listen to them. I'm telling you. They might be your rock star like I was for Jen. So she called me. She's like, no, I'm not going to stop doing it. What's your number? I'm like, here's my number. So she called me, right? Jen called me. She got on the phone. And I remember, just like it was yesterday, Jen was like, no, I'm not going to stop posting about it, and you should actually do it. And my exact words was, I'm not doing that shit. You don't even get paid. And she's like, I do get paid. I'm like, how? She's like, well, as soon as you sign up, you get 25% off. Somebody gives you $100, you put 25 in your pocket, you place an order, 75. I was like, oh, well, like Coop said, we college athletes. Like, I can do that easily. So I started to sell Herbalife for about a month. And the first time we got on the phone, I said, hey, I got somebody interested. I posted on Instagram. I said, hey, I got somebody interested. She said, okay, we'll call them on 3 ways so you can hear how I do this. I did it. She did that for me 3 times. I placed 3 orders. From there, I said, peace out, Jen. I know what I'm doing. I know how to make the money. I know I want the 50% off. Peace out. I blocked her phone number. I blocked her on Facebook. I blocked her on Instagram. Leave me alone. Because she would always text me and call me. I'll be going clubbing. I'll be like drinking a shot. She'd be like, hey, you can't do that. I'd be like, who are you talking to? Like, I haven't talked to you in years. And now you're trying to tell me what to do? Like, block. I know how to do the Herbalife thing. You blocked, right? I end up getting to supervisor. Now, the whole time getting a supervisor, I never drank a shake. I was selling it. I was signing people up. I didn't know anything, though. I was just like, yo, it tastes good. People losing weight. This is how she told me how I should use it. And I'm telling other people how to do it. So maybe after, I'm in LA for going on 2 months now. I don't have a job. I'm just doing an Herbalife thing, making a little money here and there. Mind you, only have $200 to my name at this point, right? So I go to get a job at DirecTV, a sales job. They said, you ever done sales before? I said, not really. I've done this little Herbalife thing. I just started a month ago. He said, really? Okay, sell me the product. So I sold him everything I had knew that past month. So it was crazy. Herbalife actually got me my first full-time job ever in life because they were like, sell me. So I sold him. He's like, okay, you can sell. Cool, let's sign up. So I got the job. I'm doing the Herbalife thing. Now fast forward to a year. A year goes by. I finally hit supervisor. Finally. It took a while. I finally hit supervisor. Once I hit supervisor, I finally got on products. I was like, I'm 50% off. I might as well use it. I've helped other people get results. I've been working this call center job. The DirecTV was a call center job. So I'm sitting down, I'm snacking. I'm doing an Herbalife thing, but I ain't really doing it serious. I'm just posting about it on Instagram. I'm using other people's results. I'm going to I'm doing a hashtag. I'm using the hashtags. I'm doing hashtag healthy. And I'll see a healthy meal and I'll post it. I ain't saying I'm eating it, but I'll just be like, healthy meal, get in shape. Healthy meal, this is what you need to do to get right. I'm not saying this is what I'm eating tonight for dinner. I would just take these photos and I would just, nice caption. And I would attract a lot of people because they like, yo, I want to get healthy. And then I'm showing the shakes and different stuff like that. So I hit supervisor, 50% off. Now at this time, I'm kind of making some money. I've signed up 2 to 3 people. They signed up about 1 or 2 people. So my team is kind of developing, but I still don't understand what I'm doing because I've never been to a SCS. For all you guys who don't know who's new, that's a monthly training. I never been to a Herbalife corporate event. I never had a shake. I never been to a fit club. I never did a team call. I don't know who my uplines are outside of Jen. I don't know anything. honestly, in my head, I'm thinking it's like an online scam, but it's working and people getting healthy. So I'm gonna keep doing it. So I hit 50% off, and I had to call Jen. I'm like, hey Jen, I know you showed me 50% off when I first started, but is this the max? Like, am I done? Did I like cap out? She's like, no, but I'm not teaching you shit until you unblock me from all the platforms. Everything. Unblock me, unblock my number, everything. I'm not teaching you anything. So I'm like, cool. I unblocked her, and when I unblocked her, she pretty much told me what I needed to do to hit different levels in the marketing plan. So for all you guys who are not supervisors, like all the supervisors, give me a second. I just want to really prep like the newbies on the team. The goal is to get to supervisor because you get 50% off, and then that's when you open up 6 streams of income, right? So if you want to make money without doing anything, you want to make money in your sleep, you need to hit supervisor. If you want to get to a certain level where you really make money, the level that I'm at, Coop is at, Sabet is at, you cannot get to these levels without a team. You have to help people. You can only go so far in this business without helping people. But if you don't know the marketing plan, you could never know that. You just think, oh, I'm making some money, I'm traveling, I'm having fun, I'm around positive people. Look, all of that shit is cool. But when you start to hit 30, you want some real income. Where you can be with your kids, where you can travel, where you can really do things that don't require you to be at a certain place. Like, raise your hand if you got to go to a job every day and you're like, I really don't want to be here. Like, I really don't want to be here. I would rather be doing other things. Or raise your hand, type of one in the chat if you would rather be doing other things with your time instead of showing up to a certain place every single day. They make your schedule and you can't do what you want to do. Got you, right? So when I started, I'm telling y'all, it was bad. I'm telling you, I come from the inner city, Del Paso Heights, nothing, father in prison. I looked up to people who didn't know shit. 7th grade, I was on probation. A lot of the leaders on the team don't even know that. 7th grade, horrible. It was bad. But when my father got married, he showed me a different lifestyle. I was like, I ain't going back over there. The suburbs is nice. The suburbs is nice. Very nice. Not going back over there. So I kept going to LA. When I went to LA, I started to do the business. I got going. I hit supervisor. I unblocked Jen. I get a call randomly. I get a random call. The guy's like, hey, what's up, man? You in Sacramento? You guys are killing the game. I'm like, who is this? Like, it's Jerry Graham. Type of one or raise your hand if y'all know who Jerry Graham is. See, I can't even see the chat. So raise your hand. Raise your hand. I can't see the chat. All right, bet. So I go sit down and he's like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Like, I'm good. Who is this? He's like, Jerry Graham, press team member. What's that mean? I don't know nothing. Oh, I know a supervisor, you know. In my head, I'm at the top level. And he's like, look, man, I make, you know, a good amount of money doing this business. He's like, what's up, man? You in Sacramento? You killing the game? I'm like, I don't live in Sacramento. I live in Los Angeles. He's like, what do you mean you live in Los Angeles? Because he lived in Los Angeles. He's like, I never seen you before. And in my head, I'm like, see me for what? This is an online Instagram little scam thing. Like, what are you talking about? And I'm telling y'all, I had no idea what, like, the grand scheme of things was. Like, I just got signed up by this girl, and I blocked her. I just knew how to place orders and make some money. So when he called me, he's like, hey, you know, I never seen you before. I'm like, see me for what? I don't get what you're talking about. He's like, so you never been to, like, a fit club on the beach? And at this time, pre-COVID, you know, 100 people on the beach, Santa Monica, working out. Afterwards, we do shakes, party, everything. Tell them about why they should get started. Like, you never been to that? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, you never been to a STS? You never been on a team call? You never been to, I'm like, what the hell is STS, LDW? Like, I'm really confused. Like, who is this guy calling me? And he's like, look, man, you got this all wrong. Here's my address. You need to come see me ASAP. I'm like, I'm free tomorrow. I took 2 trains. I took 2 buses and a train. As soon as I got off the train, it starts raining. And I got to walk like a mile to get to his office. So the whole time, I'm like, why am I doing all of this? I was already doing cool. In my head, I'm doing good. I go sit down. I go meet him. He's like, hey, look. Last month at Herbalife, I made $20,000. This is what you need to do. This is the marketing plan. This is how you move up. Because at this time, I'm just thinking supervisor. And Jen told me, unblock me and I'll teach you, but she never got around to teaching me yet. So when I went to meet with him and he told me, like, look, this is how much money I make. This is what I do. And I'm like, what? Really? Serious? I was like, oh, I'm all ears. Whatever he told me to do, I'm going to do. So he's like, hey, we got a big event coming up this weekend. If you can get your way there, I'll get you in a hotel with the team. Just get there. I said, no problem. I'll be there, whatever you say. Mind you, I don't know nobody making $5,000 a month at this point. Everybody I know broke. I mean, super broke. So he said, what? Bro, tell me where to go. I'll be there. So my brother takes me to the event. I stay in a hotel room with like Steph Rosen, Roxy, who's now a Prez team member, Crystal, who's a Get team member. Y'all don't know these people, but just to like let you know, like they're killing in the business. I go to the event. Disclaimer. I told you, you see right here, I was broke, no goals, unhealthy, rude, selfish, confused. So when I go to this event, honestly, I'm thinking this is going to be a bunch of overweight people doing Herbalife. This is what I'm thinking. Just keeping it real with y'all. When I tell y'all I go to this event and I see the Style Bells, the Garen Jones, I mean, just rich, ripped, making money, happy, healthy, surrounded by positive people, beautiful women, nice body. I'm like, what the hell is this? And from that very moment, it was over with. I take the business so serious. I mean, like, super serious. Some of the people on the team will tell you, I made some big sacrifices. And I'm gonna get into the numbers. I'm really just sharing y'all like my story. But as we get later into the PowerPoint, I'm gonna show y'all actual numbers to show you where I was at and where it went to by me making sacrifices and taking the business serious. So this is a picture of me on stage in Los Angeles. If you know, Los Angeles is the hardest market to get on stage and talk because they have the most press team members in all of Herbalife. So it's not easy to get on stage. If you think about it, they have the most press team members out of everybody in the whole company. We're in over 90 countries. They have the most press team members. If you're a press team member, you have a shitload of mill team members. If you have mill team members, you have a bunch of Get team members. So I'm a Get team member living in LA. I'm speaking on stage with Aubrey Clark. If you don't know who he is, he just hit press team this year. Right? That's the guy who really got me going when I moved to LA. But I made some sacrifices. After that event, it was over with. I'm going to tell you a quick story. I haven't really told so many people this story, but when I went to that first event, remember I told you guys I just hit supervisor. I went to my first event that weekend, and you know how they do like an intermission? You go like 4 hours. They give us a break for like an hour, and you have another 4 hours. They said when we come back from the 4 hours, we're going to do recognition. We're going to do recognition. We're going to recognize new supervisors and above. I said, I got an hour? I'm going to go back to the hotel room and roll up real quick. Tell me why I came back to the event late. Jerry, Steph, where were you? What you mean? Where was I? I just went to the hotel room and freshen up. Well, you were supposed to walk on stage. We were all waiting at the stage to take your picture and do all of this and that and the third. And you were gone. And at that very moment, I'm like, damn, I'm slipping. Like, I have an opportunity of a lifetime, and I left to go smoke some weed. I went to go smoke some weed. And that right there, I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not doing that no more. I got to get focused. People making money. I've never seen this before. So sacrifices. I really want to ask you guys, like, what are you guys doing right now that you could sacrifice? What's like one thing you know I'm doing? I shouldn't be doing this. It's cool here and there to create balance, but like, what am I really doing with my time? So for me, I stopped smoking. I stopped drinking. I already wasn't a drinker. I really didn't drink like that. But like smoking, heavy. Northern California, Sacramento, City of Trees. That's what we do. We smoke some weed. But for me, I'm done. It's something bigger at stake. So I stopped smoking, stopped drinking. 2, I stopped watching all TV. I did not watch TV. If you were around me when I stopped watching TV, please come on mute, like, for 60 seconds. Tell them how I real deal did not watch TV.
In your apartment, you didn't even have a TV, bro.
He had no TV, y'all. Dead ass. Like, I thought he was lying. We used to have team potlucks. I went, and I'm like, he really don't have no TV. So, like, bruh, how do you know what's going on with the outside world? He was like, I don't.
I don't.
Talk about tunnel vision.
Yeah, so I appreciate them quick shares, for real. No, for real, no TV. It's nothing for me to see. Why am I watching a bunch of millionaires become more, like, I don't got shit. Why am I sitting down watching a bunch of millionaires? That's how I thought, right? Now I'm saying I was a bit extreme, but I'm giving you guys context on how I had success in this business because it's not easy. Everybody can do it, but it's not for everybody. You know, anybody can do it, but it's not for everybody. So I'm really giving you context on like sacrifices I made because I knew what I wanted. And I think everybody on this call could actually get what they want out of this business if you take it serious. Everybody. I don't care who you are. Anybody can do it. So TV, sports included. Kobe Bryant, didn't see his last 3 years of basketball. Didn't see it. Love Kobe. Couldn't catch it. Busy. Number 3, no sex, 7 months. Tapped in. Every female trying to get at me, I ain't even interested. You got to see this marketing plan. You got to try these shakes. I was serious. Now, I'm not saying this is what y'all need to do, but I'm just sharing my story. I don't care who it is. Beyonce, Rihanna, da-da-da-da. You got a big following. We got to show you the marketing plan. It could be another stream of income. No, I like you, Patrick. No. I'm not interested in that at all, right? And then I never missed the event. There were certain times I went to LA just to go to another event. Never miss the event. I'm always tapped in, always. I'm trying to learn. And that's essentially how Dual 24 Crew was created. Me, Jen, and my first distributor ever, we used to be like foaming, like on a call 10 minutes early. We can't wait. And sometimes our uplines would cancel the call. We're waiting to get on a call. And they would text us like, hey, no call tonight. And we're like, wait, what? We're excited. We want to learn. We want to grow. And after a while, we said, you know what? We're sick of this. Jen called me and my first distributor, they called me. They said, hey, we want to create something, our own thing. I said, what you guys mean? We want to start something called Dual 24. I said, okay, that sounds cool. Like, add the crew on the end. So we feel like a team. Add the crew on the end. All right. Boom. We did it. And we created our own calls. That's what was created. But we was a part of the team originally, but we said no. You know, whatever. And then no partying at all. Wasn't interested. No partying at all. That's why I tell you guys all the time, if you need me, call me. I don't care what you see me doing. I don't care what you see on Instagram, call me, because I take the business more serious than damn near anything, right? So these are the sacrifices I made to get the success I wanted. So like for smoking and drinking, I'm not wasting time on money. I'm not wasting time being high. I'm not falling asleep. I don't have the munchies. You know, that's just me. And I don't knock people who do it. Like, I believe it's for two different people. People can still function off of it. Me personally, I get lazy. I want to eat bad food. I don't want to talk to people. I want to vibe. I want to chill. So it's not for me. 2, I stopped watching TV. It just, hey, I'm not going to sit around watching a bunch of millionaires. It's just not, and I'm broke. No sex, just focus, mental clarity, tunnel vision. I see what I want. Never miss any event. Never miss a call. I'm on it. No partying at all. So those are some of the sacrifices I made, right? Now, I wanted to show y'all this. If y'all look to the right side, this is literally what we used to send people. You see in the middle how they got, like, the pictures? I used to send people no pictures, just this. I have to look this up. This is from 2013. And I want to show y'all, like, oftentimes people say, like, oh, you know, you got to do a full wellness evaluation. You got to do a full wellness evaluation. I never did a full wellness evaluation. I literally asked people the same 5 questions every time for 2 years. And I'm going to show you the results I had, numbers-wise, right? The volume I was doing. I asked the same 5 questions every time. What's your goals? I want to lose 15 pounds, this, that, and the third, da-da-da-da. Okay, cool, boom. What's your eating habits like? You know, you eat bad? Do you not eat at all? Do you eat too much? How often do you work out? I need to know. Are you active? Are you not active? Cool, boom. How soon are you looking to get started? Because you're not going to sit here and waste my time. Y'all ever feel like y'all talk on the phone with somebody for an hour, they tell you everything they want to do. They want to lose weight, get in shape. I want to be more motivated, like work out with my kids. And they tell you all this BS. And then they don't purchase. I started to realize that people just get it out to somebody who know they won't judge them, who's positive. They feel like they already lost weight, which is bullshit. You ain't do nothing. You're just talking. You ain't do nothing. So for me, I realized I'm not going to waste time with you. How soon are you looking to get started? 2 weeks? Bam. I'll follow up in 2 weeks. Or hit me up in 2 weeks. If they say, hey, I'm ready to get started now. Cool. What's your budget? You know, some people, they don't want to put the money out there. Oh, I don't know. You know, they want to seem too cheap. I would just tell them straight up, look, the more you invest, the faster you can see results. Because you're taking more products at once. Same thing. I would say the same exact thing every single time. Same 5 questions. What's your budget? Cool, because I can work around your budget. If you got $100, if you guys look at the packages I have on here, option 7. What is that? 1 shake, 1 tea, 1 cellulose. You can pay $107. Or you can do 135 because you add in the mango aloe. Or you can do 160, you get the protein. You're fuller for longer. It helps with your results, builds more muscle. Or you can do option 4, where we add in, you know, small tea, a shake, aloe, cellulose, you know. So they get to see. You can pick. You know your budget, but you see each one, there's more offered. Nowadays, we have that same option with the picture. you can do the one for 150. You can do the one for 195. You can do the one for 230. You're getting more products. You're gonna need that Prolessa. You want to lose that tummy? You want to get that body fat? You're gonna need that Prolessa. But some people are visual, so this is what I used to do. Now there's people on the team like Liz, full honest evaluation. She gonna do everything and the back measurement. She gonna be on it, but she got great results, and that works for her. So the biggest thing is we have options. Me, I'm more simple. The business should be simple. It should be easy. It should be seamless. It should be fun. I'm never stressing about doing this. This is extra aside from what I'm doing in real life, but I need to be very active with this so I can actually build an income where I can step away. Like right now, mind you, if you got kids, disclaimer, I have no kids, not married, but right now, if I wanted to, I could book a trip to Germany and stay for a month. Who's going to tell me I can't? Nobody can tell me I can't. But if you build this income and you do have kids and you have a husband, you can still do it and take them. What would that look like? I see Will on the screen. Will, how old are you? 22? 22. Will's 22.
Sure.
Well, imagine by the time you're 25, you can just get up and go. Live life, have fun, work out, got results. You can do it from anywhere. We're in over 90 countries. So these are the packages I would send to people every time. I'm telling you, I would ask these same questions every time. Like, I'm really trying to drive this home because I did not ask a 6th question. I did not overthink it. The same questions every time. So, and these are the packages I sent to people. Now, going in like that, I was able to qualify for the Herbalife Vacation in 2015. So that means you have to do at least $100,000 in sales for the year. The cool thing about it is they give you a $500 room credit where they pretty much, they gave me $1,000 towards plane tickets. If you can find one cheap for $700, the other $300 you keep. So I bought a plane ticket for me and my mother. You get to bring one person with you. We flew to Kona, Hawaii. They picked us up. They drove us to the resort. We stayed at the resort. They gave us a $500-$600 room credit. So we chilling, margaritas on the beach, chilling. Add it to my tab. Don't pay for anything. They got a bunch of different things you can do, this, that, and the third, but it all happened for me going hard. I made the sacrifices. I learned the marketing plan. I showed up to events. You feel me? Boom, I qualified for the Herbalife Vacation. 12 months straight, VIP. If you don't know what VIP means, it means you've done at least 7,500 volume points in 1 month, a year straight, every month, at least 7,500, every single month, qualifying for every VIP. It's pre-COVID. So VIP used to mean when we go to an event, you sit at the front. You got shakes, protein bars, you got this, you treat it like royalty. You're doing the work, you helping people, right? So that was pretty cool. I took my mom on a vacation. It was awesome. We stayed for 7 days. Herbalife paid for everything. It's possible with the company. Now, this is where we really get into the meat and the potatoes right here, right? So I know, like, Miss Jackie, I remember her telling me a couple months ago, she missed one of her cuts. She missed one of her first cuts of active supervisor, just like other people. Everybody missed a cut of active supervisor, right? Now, sometimes you guys may see me or see Jerry or see Sabed or see Liz or Steph or all these people, Marty, like everybody, Tango. Y'all see these people and y'all just like, oh, they do this. It's easy. They don't miss cuts. They don't do. Listen, if you look at the bottom left, this is where we start at the bottom. So the bottom, 1437, that's January. That's not 2,500. That's my first month as supervisor. I didn't hit a cut. It wasn't perfect for me. I didn't just jump in this, make sacrifices, go to every event, and it just worked out for me. Like, it didn't happen like that. So, no, I didn't hit my first cut. I didn't hit my second cut. It took me 3 months to hit senior consultant. Some of you guys hit it. Taylor just hit supervisor in 30 days. It took me 365 days to hit supervisor. So I started off 1,400, couldn't hit a cut. Then 1,200, right? Once I hit 2,900, that's when I kind of got the call from Jerry Graham saying, hey, who are you? You're in Sacramento? I said, no, I'm in LA. He said, let's meet up. You need to know the business. Go to this event. I seen the event. I was all in. I made sacrifices. Boom. 4,000 the next month. Mind you, for all the supervisors who understand the business, if you look to the right where you see organization volume, it has 0. I'm not building a team. I don't have any supervisors. You need supervisors to hit active royalty and above. If you want to make real money, you need supervisors. That's why always when we tell people, when we get people going, I tell them, I don't make a penny from signing you up. Zero. We don't make shit. We make zero. We make nothing. Herbalife Sense does nothing. The only way we make money is if people make money, which is cool, right? If people make money, we make money. Everybody wins. Everybody's happy. The newest person in the room wins. We focus on them. It all comes up. We good. So I had no team. Boom. Next thing you know, I'm doing 5,400 volume points. Org is 2,500. Matter of fact, come unmute. I need somebody to be vulnerable right now and keep it real. If you don't know what organization volume is, because I want to teach you. I want to make sure everybody understands. If you don't understand what organization volume is, come on mute.
I don't. This is Anna.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Anna. Because I see some people's faces like, I don't know, but I ain't going to say nothing. I'm finna call y'all out. I'm finna pick on a few folks. Yeah, Alicia, I see you. Now, I know you know what it is. I know. Organization volume is pretty much what your supervisors does. So obviously when people come in and they do the business, okay, let's go all the way to the bottom where I'm at 1,437. When people come into the business, the volume points that they do helps you in this lane. When I did 1,437, that's just your personal volume. They're not supervisors. So whatever they do, it contributes to your personal volume. Once they hit supervisor, they go into your organization volume. It's like a different bucket. But this organization volume is what you want to really hit the levels where you can make income where you don't have to work. So essentially, you sign people up, get them to supervisor as soon as possible because that builds up your organization volume so you can make real money in the business. People like Liz and Marty, they're actively helping their team. And Mark, they're actively helping their team move up seriously because they want to build the organization volume. But in return, it's awesome because they're helping their team build up to get to supervisor and build their organization volume. So getting back to this, if you look here on this chart, I went from not hitting cuts at all to doing 2,900, 4,000, 5,400, 4,000, 5,000, 8,600, 7,500, 12,000. Did 12,000 1 month. Mind you, this is just somebody doing 1,400. Type of 1 in the chat if you did 1,000 volume points. You did 1,400 volume points ever. Type of 1 or raise your hand. And Coop, I can't see the chat, so I'm gonna look at you. You gotta let me know, like, yeah, there's some ones in there. It's some ones. It's some ones. Okay. All right. He like, look, he like. So yeah, so if you see, like, bro, it grew over time, but it took me being consistent. It didn't happen overnight. So for you guys who sometimes miss cuts, it's not about missing a cut. It's not about missing a cut at all. It's about building a consistent business where you know for sure you can feed your family for a long period of time. And it's great 1 month and then it's shitty the next month. And you're like, why did I leave my job? Why did I leave my job, right? So it shows 1,400 to 12,000 being my highest month. Now, this is where it really gets real. Now, if you see, I'm going to go back real quick. If you go to organization volume at the top right, where it says 15,358, you need 20,000 to hit get team. You need 20,000. That's where I finished. That's December. The very next month, we did 23,000 as an organization. First cut get team, right? All we need to do is 20,000 for 3 months straight in business, and we're a global expansion team. The second month, we did 37,000. Blew it through the water. The third cut. I mean, somebody come off mute and just tell me what you think about that. Third cut, you're supposed to do 20, and we did 74.
Is that a double cut?
I like you.
Is that a double cut?
I like you. That's definitely a double cut. So that's how we end up hitting 2.5 global expansion team member, because I was the first cut of global expansion team. Second cut, because it's only supposed to be 50,000. So second cut was 68,000, and then 71,000 in business. That's 1 month, y'all. We mobbing, we working, we getting people healthy, we serious. right? But I think it all happened because I was serious about everything I was doing. No TV, making sacrifices, not drinking, not smoking, knowing a marketing plan, being attentive, doing team potlucks, running a team call, creating our own team. These are all things I was doing as supervisor, world team, not even world team, beforehand. So I see some people who are active world team, they don't even do mentor sessions with their team. I'm like, what are you doing? I was doing this as supervisor. QP. Ain't joking. Y'all hear the incomes people are making? You know, Liz Atkins, she actually texted me probably like 3 months ago. She's like, hey, I didn't know people were really making this type of money in Herbalife. I'm like, what do you mean? You've been doing a business like 7 years. She's like, well, I thought it was like every other month or you get this one big check and it's like for 6 months. I'm like, no, it's every month. People raking up. They're going crazy. So this just kind of shows you. And as you can see towards the end of the year, which is where we are now, 37,000, 37,000, 35,000, 30,000. It's not the same. We're doing half the work, so just know that check is cut in half. It's not always good. It's not always good. This is when people, Thanksgiving, Christmas, birthdays, holidays, New Year's, people slack off. I'm telling you right now, you need to put in more work than what you normally get to do in the summer. It's the summer. Everybody want to get a bathing suit. Winter hit, December, all this, ain't nobody worried about it. You got to put in more work. You got to add more value. So that's essentially, and you see with my volume, it did the same thing. So look at the left side, total volume. The month before that, the highest I ever did was 12,000, right? 17,000 January. What's cracking? Just personal volume points, 17,000. Mind you, just a year before that, it wasn't even 1,700. Look at the bottom. It wasn't even 1,700. Now we have 17,000 volume points 1 month. The month after that, 16,000. The month after that, 14,000. Then 8,000, 8,000, 9,000, 5,200, right? My production went up there. So the team went up there. Your team only going to do what you do. If you run, you know, they'll jog. If you jog, they'll walk. If you walk, they're going to crawl. It's going to take you forever. It's going to take you forever to get what you want out of this business. But you see, I did all of this a year and a half. This is all a year and a half. Grinding. Going hard, making sacrifices. What are you willing to give up to get the life you want? There's certain people on the team I had this conversation with, and they're like, man, I know when I get to this certain level, it's going to be great. And I'm like, you know, the funny thing is, I feel like you should be at that level now. But you ain't made enough sacrifices. But that's on you. This is what y'all really want to see, right? So this is 2014. So let me see. Let me go back really quick. So this marketing plan I'm showing you right now is 2014, right? So January, this is pretty much January to December. Here's the income from January to December. So, you know, January, 1,400, nice income for somebody that's not really even doing a business like that. Seriously, I'm kind of getting to it, this, that, and the third. Boom, it doubles. Now, if you see, and then an extra $52 was from a different country. I had somebody in a different country. January, February, March, $4,000. Somebody come on mute and tell me what you can do with an extra $4,000 in 1 month. On top of what you do at work.
A lot.
Taylor, what would you do? You just said supervisor in 30 days. So at the rate you going, I want to know, what would you do with an extra $4,000 right now?
I'm trying to get a new car, so I'd probably use it for a down payment on a Jeep or something. Trying to get
no doors. Do the no doors. Abene, what would you do? Extra $4,000, what would you do? If your name Abene, yeah, you.
With an extra $4,000, I would just invest it in another business.
I love it. Okay, hustler. Let me see. Takesha, what would you do? Extra $4,000, what would you do? You on mute. Can't hear you. Still on mute. There you go.
Same thing, invested in another business.
Okay. Tango, what would you do? Extra 4Gs.
Split it with my mom's.
Split it with moms. And that's powerful right there. I like that. Cool. So as you can see, boom. I'm not making this up. Like I ain't that good with the PowerPoints. I can't make up these numbers, right? So with January, February, March, April. $6,400. $6,400. The month after that, $6,900. If you look at what's this, June. So in June, this is when we kind of start hitting get teams. So now you get a bonus. So if you look to the right, you see how it says 615? That's a check we get every month on the 15th. That's gonna come regardless. 615, that's what we get. If you look at 620, 5 days later, that's when you get the bonus. You can't get the bonus unless you get those supervisors I was telling you about. You fill up that organization volume. So 615, you get an extra $1,600 that comes. Just comes in the mail, right? You look at July, $66. That was for what? That was actually from a different country. Sometimes you'll get checks from different countries. You may, like, for instance, me and Coop and Amanda, we just got somebody who's in India. So sometimes based on what they do in India, we'll get a check that says from different countries. So in June, there was actually 4 checks. So $66, $5,200, $550, and then $1,600. That's all in 1 month. That's all in 1 month. So that's why you see here on the left, July, 47.40, 47.70. Hi, yeah. And then let's see here, and then finish it out 43.89. It kind of cut off, so I couldn't put the rest. But does that kind of give y'all like a visualization, like what's possible? You know, mind you, the whole time I'm doing this, my mentor, who was making $20,000 at the time, he's telling me, dude, get a job. I'm like, why the fuck am I gonna get a job? I'm making more money than my parents. He's like, because you got the time. I still have a bunch of time. It's not to the point where it's just like, OD, I'm wasting time by being here. You can still get a job. So that's why some of you guys, like, don't quit your job, but take this serious. Take it serious because you can't leave your job and have your time freedom to do whatever you want to do, right? So that's that. Then fast forward, right? So I'm going to go back real quick. So this was in 2014, 2015. Obviously, I left the business for 4 years. My recommendation, don't leave the business for 4 years. And some of you guys are like, why would you leave for 4 years? Because I was young. I was in my feelings about stuff in my personal life. I wasn't happy with the way business was going personally. And that's a different, like, whole call for another day. And I'll make sure everybody gets to know that story because things happen. But don't leave. I'm telling you, don't leave. Because the same people who are making $5,000, $6,000 with me that didn't leave, they're now making 40. So don't leave. Don't leave. But I'm very happy with where I am now. Very grateful. And the reason I say I'm grateful, check this out. This one will really get real. Y'all see the checks I just showed y'all, right? In 2014, I was not doing the business the first. So go start at the bottom, 327. I'm not doing the business at all. Coop will tell you, I'm not doing the business at all. I'm chilling, margaritas, not working out. I'm not doing any of that stuff. 307. 327. That was a check. Not from other countries. That was it. That was a check. Month after that, 402. That's the check. I got a check for $88. Was making 75, right? 7,500. $6,000. Then 476. Whatever. Not paying attention to any of this. A check come for $56. I'm like, it's over with. Damn. The residuals run out. You want to hit supervisors, you get residuals. Whether you do the work or not, the check will still come. Now, the amount of the check is going to determine what your personal volume is. You got to do your 2,500 as a supervisor if you want that full check. Get a check, $56, because I did no volume, zero. I did zero volume, didn't do anything. I'm not helping anybody. But mind you, this is 2020. Now, over the course of 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, checks are still coming. 1,000, 1,200, $2,000, this, that, and the third. They're just coming. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing a business at all. I'm not even drinking shakes. I'm gaining weight. I have no results. I don't know what's going on in Herbalife. I get a check for so I get the check for $56. The next month, I get a check for $827. I'm like, damn, I need to do this thing. Like, I've been wanting to get back into it. I miss the positivity. I miss the people. I'm not being happy. I'm not being healthy. I miss my friend. I just miss it. I just miss it. You know, like, it's hard to get something like this. Positive energy, positive vibes. It go from $56 to $827. I'd say, man, I got to get back into this. I mean, like, if I gave it some effort, I know I can turn this into 2,000. I got to give it some energy. I got to give it some effort. I know I can turn this to 2,000. I didn't do shit. I'm watching basketball games, margaritas, I'm chilling. But in my head, mentally, I know I need to get right. The very next month, that $800 check turned into $2,200. I say, damn, I need to get back into it. If I get into it and I take it serious, I know I can change this to $3,500. I know I can. I gotta get back into it. I didn't do shit. Actually, I did do something. When I seen that $2,200 come to my house, I did something. That's when I started to talk to Coop. Jerry started to call me. And we hadn't talked for like 6 or 7 months because I just wasn't doing business. Different stuff was going on. And it's one of my best friends. We just didn't speak. We got on the phone. He's like, man, what are you doing? What are you up to? People killing in the business right now. Like, how you doing? How you been? What's going on? I told him, I'm just going through life, coasting, whatever. He's like, no, man, you got to get it together. People were eating. I'm winning. I hit get team. You need to come back. Like, what do you need? Jerry would call me every day. He would call me every day. We would talk for 2 hours. And he just pumped life back into me. Like, so much life. Like, bro, come on. You can fucking do this. You taught me everything, right? So he motivated me to get back into business. As soon as I got back into business, I made $22.52. I got back into business. I was ecstatic. I said, you know what? I'm going to come down. I'm going to drive to Sacramento. I just signed my little sister up who can be a beast in the business. I want to teach her everything firsthand. I went to Marty's house. We worked out. I went to the Bay Area. I hanged out with Tango, his team. I hung out with Jerry, his team. Me and Jerry, we worked out. I never met Sharif. I told Sharif, come over. I went back to Sacramento. We did the big house at the during Extravaganza. I just wanted to get back with the team, get back reconnected.
And me.
And Liz. We went to dinner with Liz.
Michaela.
Hold on. Oh, yeah, Michaela. Hey, Michaela pulled up to the house. We got our website together because she kept about her website. We got it together. And Liz. Me and Liz. She had the Gucci pouch, Gucci flip-flops, big LA on me, big world team. Big world team. So by doing all of this work and putting in energy, the check went from $2,200 to $3,600. And that's when I said, oh, yeah, we back. We back. I'm feeling good. We can do this shit. We back, right? So it went from the $3,600 to $4,100 the next month. Good growth, right? Boom. The very next month, now that I'm back and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I now qualify for my bonus again, that check that comes on the 20th. I now qualify for it again. Before, I didn't qualify for it because I've been gone for so long. I had to do some things to re-qualify for it. So at this point, boom, I re-qualify for it. So I get $4,831. This is from somebody who left the business for 4 years, cold turkey. Like, raise your hand right now if you can leave your job for 4 years and then come back and be like, give me the same pay and we good on the spot. Look, Marty and Chef K, they like, look, bro, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. It's happening in Herbalife. I would just say, don't stop. If you got personal stuff going on, talk to us. We can work through it. It's not all about business. It's about personal too. Like, it's not Herb Day, Herb Month, Herb Week. It's Herbalife. We're going to be doing this for a while. So let's get acquainted with each other. Let's get close. So $4,800. The month after, 5 days after that, they send a check for $1,100. Boom. Month after that, check, $3,700. Bonus, $821. And then we got another check for $132. Me and Coop. Coop called me, hey, did you get a check for $130? I said, yeah. Why? I think that was from the people in India that we signed up. So I don't know. I'm going to go cash it real quick before it's too late. So this just shows you. I really just wanted to make it crystal clear on, the sacrifices I made, kind of sharing my story. Obviously, like, it's so much to the story. I was in LA, then I moved to Sacramento, and we built a nutrition club there. Then I moved back to LA, and then I left LA, and I went to Oregon, and I'm in Dallas, and who knows what's next, right? But, yeah, all I got to do is change my address, Herbalife, send a check here. I honestly need to sign up for direct deposit because it's ridiculous. Look, to be honest, the $821 check, I still ain't got that check yet. When I moved from Oregon to Dallas, I just sent everything to my mom's house. She supposedly sent the check to me. It's been 3 weeks. I ain't got it yet. I get it. I need to sign up for direct deposit. But I just like seeing it. Like, I like seeing it. Like, it's hard work right here. Like, look at this.
That's how I was at first, but Kalani was like, direct deposit. I was like, I got a check. Like, it's right here. But yeah, I don't understand.
Exactly. Look at this. So, what time is it? Oh, perfect timing. Cool. So obviously, I have a lot more to share with you guys. I can't wait to see everybody in person so we can really dive into like the real intricate details of like why I moved, maybe why I left the business for a little minute. I'm sorry. We'll get to that. But we want to do a quick Q&A. So I'll pass it back to Coop, and then we can open it up. Like if there's any information you guys want to know, like, hey, long story short, tell me about this. Or, whatever. I just want to open it up to just kind of get some feedback on how y'all feel about the call or questions y'all may have. And then we're going to get into the winner of the last challenge of last month. And then, we'll wrap it up.
Yo, so I want to ask.
Come off. I'm going to unmute real quick.
I'm listening, but I'm grabbing my charger really quick because my laptop's dying. I'll go for it.
Everybody,
I'm listening.
Give my man some love. Clap it up. Say some A's. Like, do what you got to do. Bro was spazzing, bro.
Way to kill it.
Was definitely going crazy. I'm muting y'all back because y'all out of control. Anyway, so like I'm saying though, right? Like a lot of what I had learned, like if you know me, especially if you're in my downline, and especially if you're my front line, like you can hear a lot of, like you may have not heard him speak before, but like we sound very similar. You know what I'm saying? Just due to the fact of, we had came up in a business together. Like he taught me everything as far as the basics and whatnot, and just the mentality on, relentless pursuit of greatness. You heard me? Like, so that's ultimately what it comes down to. Forever grateful for him. Forever grateful for the opportunity because it's lit. But if you have questions, though, type a 2 in the chat if you have a question. That way I can call on you, and that way we can just get through it because we do want to respect people's times or whatever the case may be. So if you have a question, type a 2, and then I will call on you, and then you can ask the question as he comes back into the camera. So, Michaela,
I just want to say thank you for coming back, Pat.
Definitely, for sure. Michaela, go ahead. You first.
Yeah. Okay. So my question is, so you mentioned about, okay. You mentioned, let me sit up now. All right. You mentioned that you had a big jump, which we saw in your months, in your checks, and in the money that was coming in. So I want to know, like, what made that difference? Like, what you kept saying, yeah, like I did something differently, or yeah, you know, you were saying that, but I want to learn more, Pat, about like exactly what switched, what changed for that big jump to happen. Because I'm like kind of like at like a weird place right now that I'm trying to break through.
No, you're not at a weird place. Just knowing your business, like you're doing a great job. I would say for me, I was like big on bringing in like at least 3 to 5 new coaches on the team per month, like for sure. And what I did was like I would do one-on-one Zoom calls with them. Like oftentimes some of you guys just rely on like the team call or the team chat to like do your business for you. I'm not like that. I'm like, yo, you signed up? What's your goals? Let's do a Zoom. Write it out. How can I hold you accountable? Like I'm on you. Like the thing is like, helping your team like chase their goals and chase their dreams and like be on point is what like it contributes to your livelihood. Your check, your business going like this, that, and the third. So for me, I would do the Zoom calls. Pre-COVID, we would do team potlucks. Come over. We do the marketing plan. But I would say for you, based on your position you're in, and honestly, the same position you're in is like 75% of the team. Kind of like, you're doing good. You're making some money. You're getting results. You're feeling the positive energy. Do you know the marketing plan to Active World Team? Michaela?
Huh?
Do you know the marketing plan to Active World Team?
I'm pretty sure I do.
You do?
Yeah.
What about Get Team?
No.
Got you. Learn the marketing plan to Get Team. And I feel like it teaches you things on what you need to do. Your hustle becomes different. But no, I mean, honestly, just knowing the marketing plan, making sure if Coop came into my house, as soon as you walk in, here's a marker. Get to Active World Team. Write it for me. I need to see it. I don't know it. Cool. I'm going to teach you. Then you're going to teach it back to me. Then I'll do it one more time. Then you do it back to me. So honestly, teaching people is the biggest thing. Like I went out of my way. My uplines, if you think about it, Sabet, Coop, anybody in my front, like they didn't care. Like Coop, he didn't care that I left Herbalife. He cared because he wanted me around But he wasn't stopping. He had his own goals in mind. But that's because I plugged so much into him for him to see the vision of what's possible. So hopefully that answers your question. But if anybody wants to do a one-on-one at any time, man, shoot the text. But if we got another question, let's get to it.
Yeah, definitely. Raymond, go ahead and come off mute and ask your question, bro.
So I was wondering, how do you figure out what countries and everything else that you can, sell to? Like my wife, she's Bengali, so she has family in Bangladesh. I'm just curious if I'd be able to do things over there.
Yeah, no. The biggest thing you should do is just go to myherbalife.com. And when you go to myherbalife.com, a lot of people don't realize it, but you can actually change the country.
Okay.
So, like, fun fact, if you guys ever want to see, like, what type of products they have in India, go to My Herbalife, put in India, and then log in, and it will show you the products they have in India.
It's in the drop-down box, Ray. When you log in, up at the top where it says United States English, you hit that drop-down box, and all the countries we're in will do it for you. Oh, boom. G got us.
Yep. So log out real quick.
So if you just log in and then you click right here, right? Yep. Everybody, this is the same. Everybody has this if you're a distributor. This is the same login. Everybody's look like this. The volume might be different, whatever. But this is the same login president's team members use to all the way to the brand new distributor, right? So nobody should be confused on this. Anyway, top right, very top right, very top right. You see it has the U.S. flag if you're in the USA. I believe everybody that's calls in the USA. These are all the countries and the areas that we do business in. So huge in Europe. Yeah. Huge in Middle East, Africa, Asia Pacific. So these are all the countries we do business in, and there you go.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Yep. So I would say check that out, and then yeah, man, let me know. We can figure that part out. Questions?
Who was next on there? Let me see. Ray was Kiana. Kiana, go ahead and mute yourself.
So my question is, I know you said you've moved around a lot and you single with no kids, but I'm not single and I have 3 kids, and I live in Sac most of my life. I'm actually from LA, but I lived in Sac most of my life. And then I moved to Utah for 8 years. And so moving there, don't ask. Moving there has kind of changed my personality a little bit. I'm kind of a hermit now, because the people out there are a little different. So now that I'm back here, and I've only been back about a little over a year, I feel like I don't know people again, if that makes sense. So now that you're in a new city, and I'm being honest, Sac feels like a new city to me all over again.
Yeah.
How are you going about getting people to join and sign up? Like I'm trying to get better with my social media and stuff like that, but my biggest issue right now is coming out of my shell. I'm just gonna be honest. Yeah. So how are you in another city, in another state, in a new city, getting people to I'm not a seller, so I'm just big on being who I am. How are you doing that? What pointers would you have for that?
I mean, at the end of the day, we selling products, but none of us are, I tell people, like, we're not salesmen, we're sharesmen. I'm sharing with you what I'm doing, how I use it. I'm sharing with you my results. I'm sharing with you the income I'm able to make by just sharing. So for me, I think it's a matter of, when you go out and about, if you go into the grocery store real quick, just wear the button. Allow people to ask you how. I ask you this question too. You can come on mute. If I told you within the next 90 days, you can make an extra $2,500 a month if you stepped out of your shell. Like, step out of your shell a little more, you make an extra $2,500 a month. Would you do it?
Of course. That's what I'm in the process of doing it. I have my days where I'm like, I don't want to be bothered with people. I don't want to talk to nobody.
It's like that. No, I get it. It's like that. It's like that. But you got to put yourself in a mindset like, so you think every day I want to talk to people?
I really don't. I'm up in age, and I have teenagers and a toddler, and they annoy me. And
no, I got you.
So my days are literally scheduled out for myself, but I have to put more of Herbalife into my schedule, and that's where I'm finding the struggle a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I don't go out that often. I'm literally at home more than not.
Well, I would say this. there's a lot of stuff I said on this call, but there was so much more I didn't say. So like time management, doing stuff in time blocks, going to the store, being intentional, being like, it was a bunch of times where we would go to the store, 5 of us. Hey, you can't leave the store unless you get one contact. You're not leaving. We'll be in the car an hour. You're gonna leave with a contact.
Oh my God, he used to make us.
Yes.
Make us go.
I'm telling you, it's so much stuff I shared on the call, but it was like I probably shared like 25% because we only have an hour. But like we're going to a store, everybody got to get contact. You cannot leave. You got to talk to somebody. And it can be as simple as just being like, hey, how you doing? Look, I'm telling you right now, if you know they got some weight to lose, they want your help. The average person in America loses 1 pound per year. We can help you do that in a week, So, no, I would just say be more intentional. Like, honestly, at the end of the day, we're like, you got to get out of yourself. You got to put yourself to the side and get uncomfortable. That's his whole ordeal. Like, so it takes time, but just be intentional with your growth. We got any more cool? I know we like.
Taylor wanted to say, I think she got a
definitely got
question.
some more questions.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask about Leadership Development Weekend since I just qualified to do it and it's like online and stuff like that. Do I have to like get a ticket or I could just go on there?
Yeah, no, so you pretty much go to myherbalife.com, go to events on like left-hand tab, go to events. You can get a ticket. It's totally free. It's virtual.
Okay.
Normally it costs like 60, 70 bucks. It's totally worth it though, either which way it goes. That was the event I went to that kind of got me fired up that I was telling you about, my first event. It was Jerry Cooper's first event he ever went to that got him fired up. Like, it's a big weekend. So you'll learn a lot. And honestly, virtually has been a lot better than what we've seen in person because they're like, they want to bring the fire. People watching from home. They want to keep it fired up. So, yeah, no, I'll make sure Liz, and I'm sure Liz will text you as soon as this is over to let you know how to get it. But, yeah, you can watch it from home. And it's not recorded. So you want to make sure the time aside to be there and, you're watching it. But we'll make sure that you get that information.
All right, thank you.
It starts Thursday, but like the main stuff is what, Saturday and Sunday?
Yeah, if it starts Thursday, typically it's kind of like that's press team stuff. And then normally Friday is kind of like get team stuff and above. And then Saturday and Sunday is typically like, everybody. So we'll make sure to put the information out there. I don't want to be too long-winded as far as this call because I don't respect everybody's time. But we'll make sure like we get that stuff out there.
We got Reef and Albany left for questions.
All right, that's perfect.
So pretty much my question is pretty much, what the fuck am I saying? But when you was talking about like your 5-question wellness eval and people that typically waste your time, I just wanted to catch that part where you said about them wasting your time, like what you tell them so they don't waste your time, because I kind of missed that.
I got you. No, literally, I just asked these 5 questions, and it determines. I'm getting to your goals. So, hey, I care about what your goals. What's your goals, and help you reach them. What's your eating habits like? I want to know how you eat. Right? Are you an overeater? You an undereater? You eat too much? You don't eat often? You spend a lot of money going out, fast food? Cool. This is what you can invest into your health, right? What's your workout habits like? Do you work out often? This and the third. How soon are you looking to get started? That's the one where are you wasting my time or not? Boom. From there. What's your budget? We can go from there. But honestly, in my brain, the way I think, like, please, y'all, please don't judge me. But if somebody comes to me and they supposed to get started on a plan and then they don't, I'm like, well, I'm not mad. Like, you don't want to still look away. Even though, we want the volume.
He's so serious.
We want the volume. We want the, we really want the volume. We want the money, we want the client. But at the end of the day, if you don't want it for yourself, I ain't gonna want it for you. So I'm not signing up nobody who's irritating to me. Client, coach. I'll put y'all names in a hat, draw and be like, hey, Liz would be perfect for you. Y'all gonna fit so well, you sure? But Liz might want her. Liz is gonna help you. Chef K might want you. Marty might want you. They might be like, I'll deal with it. What's up? You want to do the business. You want to make it seamless. You want to deal with people you really want to work with because it's easy. It's your friend. I call Coop. We talk for an hour about life, and then we talk about an hour for Herbalife. It's seamless. It's easy. So, does that answer your question, bro?
Yep.
It hurts. It hurts when people waste time, but try not to let it get to you, bro. Because at the end of the day, they still unhealthy, and if you keep it cool, they'll purchase, bro. They'll come back if you just keep it cool. But it's not the easiest thing for nobody. Yeah. And then last we got
Abene.
Abene. What up, Abene?
So, thank you for sharing. It was really good. Thank you. I appreciate that. One of my questions is, I have a young lady that said she used to do Herbalife and she like fell off or whatever, but she doesn't know whether or not she still has an account or something. Do I need to make sure she doesn't have somebody over her, like a distributor or whatever? Like,
Yeah.
and how do I do that?
Yeah, I would ask her. I would figure out how long it's been since she's been an Herbalife distributor. What we'll do is, cool. Can you text her right now?
Yeah, I got you. Don't trip.
Yeah, but just everybody the information. You want to make sure they've been out the business. I believe, like literally, they called Herbalife and said, "Hey, I'm done with Herbalife. I'm out the business," and then they're completely like out the business for I believe 1 year. But yeah, we want to make sure that because the reason. So just give you guys context. Remember, I told you I had got a check for $132, and Jerry did too, from India. Pretty much, Amanda, who's in Jerry's downline, she signed up somebody in America. Her husband was working in India. So she signed up with Amanda. Her husband signed up in India under somebody else. He hit supervisor in like 20 days. He signed up like 15 people in like 20 days. Herbalife found out about it and said, hey, because your wife signed up first, we need you to go under your wife, and all your people, they're going under your wife. And the lady who received money that signed him up, that money needs to be refunded to Patrick, Jerry, and Amanda.
It's a movie.
This young lady was not a distributor. She just said she used to buy the products. It was a little vague, but she's like, hey, I used to be on it. I used to like buy the products. It didn't work out for me, so I don't do it no more. But I like what you've been doing. I want to get on it. So I'm like, oh, can you check for me if you still have an account? Like, try to log in. She said she tried to log in and it doesn't work. Does that mean she's all good to go, or like what?
Not exactly. Look, we'll get with you because this is like a difference. Like each situation is normally different when people kind of been involved. So no, Jerry, text her now, and then we'll figure it out for you. It's all good.
And then my second thing is, I don't actually even know how many points I need to hit to be promoted. I don't actually even know what I'm working towards. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. What I'll do is something I can do, Abinay, something I can do is I'll start putting in the chat where everyone is. Like, hey, you need this many points to get to this next phase. But no, we'll get that for you because that's important. What level are you at right now?
I'm only a senior consultant.
Oh, we finna get you QP ASAP. Watch this.
Okay.
All right, bet.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's all good. Cool. So look, the last thing we're gonna get into, I appreciate y'all for staying on the call. The last thing we're gonna get into is the winner of the Fall Back In Challenge. I'm just get to it because we got to go. The winner of the Fall Back In Challenge for coaching.
Drum roll.
Big drum roll. Big drum roll.
Y'all ready?
Coach T.
Hey.
Turn up.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What
the hell?
That pro lesson been going to work.
There was no pro lesson during this last challenge.
Go ahead then.
Whoa, I can only
I just got my pro lesson.
Just so y'all clear, huh? Just so you clear. Ain't no pro lesson.
Let's go, gang, gang.
Got you. Well, hey, look, I want to respect everybody's time. Kiwi, congrats. You've been grinding hard. Keep going, even though them teenagers get on your nerve. It ain't easy. But the biggest thing I want to say is, look, bro, everybody can do this business. You got to make sacrifices. You got to get serious about the marketing plan. You got to feed into your team more than you feed into yourself. And you got to understand, even if you have kids, you have a husband, you have other things going on, you're doing different businesses, bro, that's cool and all. But you got to, I'm telling you, you got to do this. I left for 4 years. I came back within, 2-3 months. I made, it's good. So just build the business. I'm telling you, it'll be worth it. People are looking to get healthy. People are looking to be happy. You got to just become uncomfortable. You got to put yourself to the side and be this person you don't even know who you are. Just be the person you really want to become. That's what I try to be every day. Like the person I really want to be, I try to be that person every day. I try to live in that person. So that'll be my recommendation for all of you guys, man. Just go hard, continue to go hard. Man, y'all got my number, dude. Text me. If you need something, I'm telling you, text me. The people who have the most success in the business, they text me. They call me. They bug me. Liz texts me every morning. I love it. She texts me today. Yo, what's up? I'm like, what's up? I ain't talked to you in a minute. What's up? It's been like 3 days, y'all. But I love it. But she winning. She going crazy. So, man, Coop, I'm going to pass it back to you. Thank y'all for tapping in, getting on the call. We'll have a record now for y'all team. But hopefully, y'all learn something from this call. And, moving forward, we want to do more trainings where it's not as much stories, but we just wanted to have the leaders kind of, share their stories and whatnot. So I'm going to pass it back to you, Coop. Brian, what up?
So, y'all, again, that's our upline 2500 global expansion team member, Patrick Livingston. It's lit, man. So go ahead and get y'all. I want to always, like I said, I always want to give y'all the opportunity, right? Because I know y'all be saying it every time. If you want to go ahead and tag this on social media, this is your opportunity right now for us to go ahead and go dumb. Other than that, I'm about to start playing music real quick so y'all could, do the whole shebang. But LDW is this weekend. You can go and register. It's free. Go and register myherbalife.com. The checks drop. If you got a check, go look in your statements and your checks and go see. If you don't have a check, work towards it right now, because if you didn't have a check this month, you can run it up right now to go get another check next month. Other than that, you guys, it's lit. I'm gonna play music. Do your thing on social media. Boom. You got a couple seconds. Yeah. Do your thing. Whatever. Where's my phone? Yep. I've been getting to the money. Everybody made. Tag your upline, tag your sideline, tag your downline, tag whoever. Oh, that don't matter. Let me